Miracle, you brought up a point and kind of reminded me of a question that I wanted to ask. You mentioned the immigrant experience. So, since most of us are immigrants or have come from immigrant backgrounds, I would like to ask: does this change your perception of either institution, whether it's PWIs or traditionally or predominantly Black institutions?
So my parents immigrated to America from Nigeria. So I'm like a first generation American. So like at my school, I'm a part of our first generation affinity group for other people who are first generation American. And I think like we've had like similar discussions about this and like how that kind of like makes us feel indebted to like these institutions because obviously it's giving us these opportunities. But I'm applying to like amazing colleges this year as I'm like finishing out my senior year. And so, like, although there are definitely things that we want to change in these spaces, we also like feel like very thankful for it because like our parents worked hard to like immigrate to America and like give us this like amazing education. And so I think it's kind of a struggle to like kind of talk bad on the institution, but I think it's also very important because I think in order for like more people who are from my background to come here, I think there needs to be work done to kind of improve the spaces to make us feel more comfortable, make us feel more safe as we're trying to get better opportunities.
Yeah, so I am someone who was born in Nigeria and immigrated to the United States when I was really young. But I think something that sort of speaks for all Nigerians is that Nigerians really value education and having the best education possible. So when I was applying to private schools, I was applying to a variety of the best schools in Massachusetts. And that was something that I sought out because I felt as though the school that I currently as wasn't that I was currently at wasn't challenging me enough. So in a sense, of course, I'm very grateful to go to the predominantly white institution that I go to now for the education that I'm receiving. But I think that it does play a role. Being an immigrant does play a role in the ways in which Nigerians, especially, sort of have perceptions about what is qualified as a good educational institution, because I think we are just such overachievers and we always are looking for the best opportunity to be educated at the best institution. So I think that plays a role into what we deem as a good institution. And a lot of the time, what we deem as good institutions are these predominantly white institutions.
So, Marlon, if you can add to this conversation as well. On your thoughts on the immigrant experience as it relates to some of these institutions.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely. I think that when you come in as an immigrant, blinders are on, and also there needs to be some understanding of that. You're, like I said, your racial constructs, your race. I was born here. I have a weird experience, but I was born here, and but I was raised in Nigeria, and then I came back when I was in college. So I kind of like knew, but I didn't know. But even at that, being an immigrant, like, you're very appreciative because, like, like it was rightfully said, I was in Nigeria. Nigeria, no, they carry last. Like we always have to study very hard, and we kind of and that's common a lot of immigrant cultures. Even in the Caribbean or Latin America, when you come across when that effort has been made, maybe you're Asian American from Chinese background, whatever. You come across the world, you come here, and you really want to do your best to get a great education and move up the economic ladder and things like that. 70% of all Black doctors in America are Nigerian, so it's part of our culture. And I think we embrace it, but we also need to understand that other people have other experiences and the reasons why we can take advantage of all these things.